This broadcast is sponsored by DeMayo Law Offices, representing Carolinians since 1992. Live from Charlotte, this is WBTV News, on your side.
Thank you for starting your day with us at WBTV.
And now at 6 o'clock, Abby Tedros tracking the latest information coming out of Afghanistan.
This morning, 13 service members and dozens of Afghan civilians killed in those attacks. This morning, evacuation efforts continue. I'll have live pictures from the airport in Kabul.
Plus, COVID-19 cases rising in South Carolina schools. Our Sharon Hayes is live.
Well, many of those cases have been reported in the Lancaster County School District, and so the board is meeting later this morning on updated COVID-19 procedures. And so coming up, we're going over the agenda from mask on buses to a virtual option.
Plus, medical marijuana in North Carolina new this morning. The hurdles the bill has now cleared, and what's next?
And football Friday night. More last-minute game changes and the unexpected matchup tonight in Football City, USA. But first, a good morning. Thank you for waking up with us on this Friday. It's August 27th. I'm Mary Kay.
I'm John Carter.
And I'm Abby Tedros.
I'm meteorologist Al Conklin. The biggest story right now is the heat. The heat is with us today. Will be day 9 of our current heat wave. We're also tracking the tropics. Things are heating up there as well. Ida, we think now, will eventually become a major hurricane. So a lot to talk about here.
Too much heat.
Too much heat, for sure. Too much heat. Bring on October, I say, but that's not going to happen. not right now, anyway. No cool weather coming. Plan on hot, hot, hot. All right, out there this morning, biggest issue right now, we've got some dense fog. Shelby, a mile visibility. Morganton, where you had rain yesterday. Burke County, Caldwell County, 0 visibility as well. In fact, let's take you into downtown Morganton. Our camera right there at our bureau. You can see there's the courthouse. And again, a poor visibility this morning. Kids are out at the bus stop. It won't be bright for about another 45 minutes or so please use caution out there. Temperatures very warm. 60s dominating across the mountains and the northern foothills. 70 Shelby in the fog, 70 Statesville, 69 in Gastonia, 73 Charlotte, and 73 now in Wadesboro. For today, your bus stop forecast. We're going to wind up in the low to mid-90s, but 3 o'clock temperature about 92. It's quiet this morning. Patchy fog, as I mentioned, 88 lunchtime. What we don't have, a lot of rain in the forecast, at least right now. Thunderstorm chances today will be very low. Now, that may change. We've got first alerts up for the middle part of the week, and yes, there's a connection to Ida, now a tropical storm, soon to become a hurricane, and in fact, forecast now to become a major hurricane. We'll talk about that and what it means for our area in just a couple of minutes. Now, first alert traffic.
All right, thanks, Al, and we'll give you a live look at the current conditions map. Gives you the best idea of the traffic flow around the city of Charlotte and elsewhere, and you can see right now basically everything is lit up in green. We've still got that dot down there at I-77 northbound on Tyvola Road. That accident, though, has cleared, so you shouldn't have any issues. In fact, it doesn't look like you're going to really have any issues traveling through Charlotte and the area whatsoever, except for your normal volume issues. Let's go to our Storm 3 right now, which is on I-45 in North Charlotte, headed toward I-85 there, and you can see traffic right now is very light, and again, it's moving smoothly. We'll keep you posted on any traffic issues, though, that you might encounter throughout the show this morning. So this is new this morning. President Biden ordering flags to half-staff, honoring the victims of the attack near the Kabul airport in Afghanistan.
13 U.S. service members, dozens of Afghan civilians killed in those bombings. Abby Tedros is in the Alert Center. Abby?
I've been watching those numbers come in. The latest, 13 U.S. service members killed, at least 95 Afghan civilians, and 18 service members who are injured. Those numbers continue to change, and we are keeping an eye on that. I'm also keeping an eye on this live picture of the airport in Kabul. There is some movement on that camera right now, but I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 airplanes on the tarmac. I haven't seen them move, but the AP is reporting that evacuation efforts continue this morning. Here's what it looks like, and I do want to warn you that these images may be hard for you to watch. This is what it looks like outside of the airport. Lots of chaos unfolding after those blasts. U.S. officials say they are hunting down the attackers at the same time that they're trying to prevent more attacks from happening, even seeking intel from the Taliban. But officials believe that more attacks are imminent. This morning, ISIS-K is taking responsibility. And coming up at 6:30, I'm going to take a closer look at ISIS-K and the different groups who are vying for power in Afghanistan. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Well, what's happening in Afghanistan is being felt here at home.
Yeah, exactly. We spoke with an Afghan man living in Charlotte and talked to him about the deadly attack Ahmad told us he still has several relatives living in Afghanistan, and he is worried for his family's safety.
Afghanistan under the Taliban rules is just like a prison. So everybody in a prison would like to flee the prison. So the people who are rushing to the airport, most of them, they don't have any type of documentation to prove that they work for the coalition forces. So they just don't want to live under the Taliban's regime.
Now, Ahmad tells us he spoke with his family Wednesday night. He says they are living in the country in fear. And coming up at 6:30, how a local Charlotte organization is helping veterans deal with these new reminders of war. Plus, you can always find the newest information on our website, even when we're not on air. Just go to WBTV.com. Well, this morning, Lancaster County Schools will have a special called meeting to discuss COVID-19 procedures.
The district is dealing with rising cases and more than 1,000 students and staff under quarantine. WBTV Sharon Hayes joining us live. Sharon, what can we expect to hear today?
Absolutely. Good morning, Mary and John. Well, board members are set to discuss several items, including a virtual learning option, which is something that a lot of different parents have been asking about repeatedly. Now, other topics on the agenda include the new mask mandate for buses, which was announced by the South Carolina Department of Education Thursday, and whether to allow parents to bring their children back to school from quarantine early in certain specific situations. Now, earlier this week, our QC Morning team spoke to Superintendent Dr. Jonathan Phipps about how the district is handling rising cases less than 2 weeks into the school year. Now, he did emphasize, as he has before, that they would rather have everybody wear masks in class, but it's a difficult stance to have with the mask mandate ban in South Carolina.
Unfortunately, we've made it a political thing with our state and nation, but anything we can do to slow the spread and to have our students attend every day, we would like to do. And I guess the funding piece, it's sad, but our hands are just really tied because we would have to shut the doors if we didn't have state funding. And it just puts us in a terrible spot.
Now, that meeting begins at 9 a.m. in the district boardroom, and anybody who is interested in speaking can begin to sign up starting at 8:15. Reporting live, Sharon Hayes, WBTV, on your side.
And by the way, at 9 o'clock on QC Morning this morning, we're going to be speaking live to Fort Mill spokesperson Joseph Burke for the latest on what's happening and what is next in the district. Stay tuned for that.
A reminder this morning, Chester County is the only South Carolina school district in our area requiring masks for students and teachers. That new mandate will go into effect this coming Monday. That's August 30th. South Carolina students will again be required to wear masks on the school bus, though, and that starts Monday as well. The state education department told schools in July they did not have to make students on buses wear masks, but the agency now changing its protocol in bringing that in line with federal rules about masks on buses.
Now, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools is reporting more COVID-19 cases. 31 employees have tested positive. 21 out of 143,000 students have also tested positive. Unlike last year, districts do not have the flexibility to shift back and forth from remote to in-person learning. School leaders say remote learning days need to be made up the same way a snow day would be. Well, this is new this morning. 8 Huntersville firefighters now have COVID-19, and that's according to our partners at the Charlotte Observer. County Health Director Gibby Harris says only 2 were vaccinated. 1 person is hospitalized. Harris says the virus seems to have spread inside the firehouse. 4 other firefighters were quarantined. Officials say no fire department operations have been affected.
New this morning, a North Carolina bill legalizing medical marijuana clearing 2 more hurdles. The Senate Healthcare and Judiciary Committees approved the plan. The measure could be on the Senate floor next week. It would let patients with debilitating medical conditions buy and use marijuana if their doctor signs off on it. It's week 2 for high school football, and a game we don't normally see until the end of the season will actually be played tonight.
Yeah, how about this? This is kind of neat. Rivals Rock Hill and Northwestern will do battle at District 3 Stadium, and kickoff is at 7:30. Both teams lost their original opponents for this week because of COVID. So Northwestern was set to play Indian Land Now, Rock Hill and Northwestern will play again. Is this not incredible here? That'll be October 29th, and that game will count in the region standings and the standings toward the Rock Hill City Championship.
WBTV Sports has you covered with highlights from this game and 13 others on Football Friday Night. Tonight, join anchor Nate Wimberly at 11:20 for the first half of the show, and then at 11:35, that show will move to WBTV.com/live, Roku, and Amazon Fire.
All right, next on WBTV News this morning, faster internet coming to several towns in the Charlotte area where Google Fiber is now installing brand new service.
Plus, a child treated for furniture or TV tip-overs injuries happens every 46 minutes. New and next, how a mother who lost her son in an accident is pushing for better safety.
And this morning, up in the mountains, we've got a little bit of fog, but it looks like good visibility in King Street and Boone right now. So, again, no problems there. You've got temperatures down into the 50s, low 60s, so it's pretty comfortable. But even by mountain standards, we've got a very warm day, upper 70s, lower 80s, Boone, Blowing Rock, West Jefferson. Rain chances are kind of slim, maybe just an isolated thunder shower, much like you had yesterday. Today will be day 9 of our current heat wave. We're back into the 90s. The heat index, well, it's way up, and it's going to stay that way right through the upcoming weekend. If you're making plans, we've got that forecast. Plus, I'm tracking our next rain, and yes, there's a connection to the tropics. We've got all of that coming up in just a couple minutes. Now, back on Just a Minute.
Change. Hope. The truth. On our side of the lens, it's a responsibility to report. But on your side, it's so much more. It's your life, your voice. From the impact of a storm to the events that leave us changed forever. These are the moments that define this community. And when it's your story to tell, you trust WBTV to be on your side.
With a Honda in your garage, every summer adventure leads to another. Get an incredible summer offer on a new Honda, only at the Honda Summer Sales Event.
Ready, set, go.
You spend a lot of time indoors, cooking, binge watching, working, playing. So call the pros at Coit to keep your environment clean and healthy. Our certified technicians sanitize, disinfect, and deep clean surfaces and air ducts. We offer commercial services and restoration for emergencies, too. So relax. The pros at Coit are on it. Save 30% on select services. Call 800-4COIT or visit Coit.com today.
The people you trust Coit.
Massive Labor Day sale. 2x3s, 4x6s, 6x9s, all on sale. Rounds, octagons, and shapes, on sale. Decorative arts and crafts and artful contemporaries, not $7,000, just $20.39. And a massive selection of runners, 70% off for Labor Day. Rug and Home.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on most 2021 Equinox models. Plus, get interest-free financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. See your Carolina Chevy dealers.
Need a second opinion on your air conditioning system? No problem.
One call does it all.
Call Adams, Charlotte's expert since 1944. Plus, right now with Adams, you can save big on all Trane equipment. Call Adams, y'all.
Woody's Auto Service. You got a friend in us.
Imagine being connected to and securing your entire home with a simple touch or command of your voice. Or detect an intruder before they get in. The technology connected to your home can do more than just alert you, because the most experienced team in smart security has got your back.
CPI Security. Identify yourself.
For a limited time, pick 3 smart home devices with the purchase of a new security system. CPI, the leader in smart home security.
The new Bo's Chicken Sandwich is so clucking good and only $3.99. It's Bo time.
14 minutes after 6, this is new this morning.
It is. You may soon be able to get faster internet. And Google Fiber is expanding to Concord, Matthews, and the Hidden Valley and Highland Creek areas of Charlotte.
Construction's already underway in several areas with service starting by the end of the year. Concord City Manager Lloyd Payne told our partners at the Charlotte Observer, Google Fiber will help attract jobs and improve digital equity and inclusion across the city. And Google is also hiring as service expands. WBTV is on your side. Furniture and television tip-over injuries land a child in the emergency room every 46 minutes. Now, that's according to a new study from Nationwide Children's Hospital.
And while injuries have declined since 2010, experts say more needs to be done to keep children safe. New this morning, CBS's Michael George introduces us to one parent who's been fighting for better safety standards since her own tragic loss.
He was just happy and outgoing.
Megan DeLong of Sarasota, Florida, lost her son Connor in 2017 when a dresser in his nursery fell on top of him.
That is the time that it took for the dresser to kill Connor, was the time it took me to walk from my bedroom down the hall.
A study from Nationwide Children's Hospital found that from 1990 to 2019, more than 500,000 children were treated in emergency departments for furniture or television tip-over injuries. In 2019 alone, that number was over 11,000, or one child every 46 minutes.
There's absolutely no reason why a child should be injured, and certainly no reason why a child should have a lifelong disability, or worse, to die from a furniture or TV tip-over. It is absolutely preventable.
Children under 6 accounted for 70% of those injuries, with a peak at age 2, just like Connor.
The dresser that killed Connor, it meets the current voluntary standard. That standard is not good enough.
DeLong and advocates like her are pushing Congress for full passage of the STURDY Act. It would create mandatory stability standards. But there are safety steps you can take right now. Experts recommend parents secure furniture like dressers to the wall with straps or L brackets, mount TVs to the wall, place TVs only on appropriate furniture and anchor both to the wall, and keep TVs and furniture clear of things kids might want to get their hands on.
Love you.
DeLong has found healing in working for change.
I can't ever bring Connor back, but I can save your child.
Sharing Connor's story to help prevent more like it. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
The STURDY Act passed the U.S. House of Representatives back in June. Study authors point out the actual number of children injured in these types of accidents is likely even higher, since the study did not include treatment received at urgent care or private doctors' offices.
Something to think about, and just watch that furniture, be very careful, and do everything you can to keep those kids safe.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, changing gears. It's 6:17, and it's still hot. That hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed one bit.
Well, I tell you.
Today is day 9 of 90-plus heat, and it's going to continue right into the weekend. So if you're making your plans, I mean, the good news is you don't have much rain to worry about, but the bad news is we don't have much rain. I mean, it's right. Exactly. It's a pro and a con, because your lawns, your gardens are all drying up. Yesterday, another scorcher. We managed to get into the lower 90s. Our 3-degree guarantee, I had forecast 93. We came up to 92. So, again, we're going to be back in that same neighborhood again for today. Today will, in fact, be day 53 of 90-plus heat. And, again, that's now 9 above average. The average is 44 for the entire summer. We still have some days here to go in August and, yep, into September. And if you're new to the area, guess what? We sometimes get 90s here. Sometimes deep into September and occasionally even October, but it was really July and August which have been the heart of this incredible heat. Again, not record breakers, but it's just every single day, and I hear about it all the time. Facebook, Twitter, hey, I'm over the heat. I want some rain, and I'm trying, folks. I'm doing the best I can here. Right now, hey, tropical humidity out there. The dew point is at 71, and that humidity level is going to be very high for the next several days. And again, coupled with these temperatures in the 90s, the heat index will be something to, again, take notice of. This morning, 73 now. We will hold in the 70s until 9 o'clock. Already by 10 o'clock, we're into the lower 80s, mostly sunny skies. A little bit of fog out there early this morning. Then later today, that heat index, as I mentioned, close to 100, mostly sunny skies, 93 the actual high temperature, very low rain chances. Now, that's good news. Again, if you've got outdoor plans this afternoon, this evening, tailgate time for the Panthers and Steelers, it's going to be hot. No doubt about that. Lower 90s. But by kickoff, we're looking at 80s. And as we go deeper through the evening, we'll fall back into the 70s under mostly clear skies. Should be great for professional football, high school football as well. Your weekend, again, if you got outdoor plans, sunscreen will do it. And keep an eye on the pets, keep an eye on the elderly and the kids. Make sure nobody gets overheated. 95 degrees both days. The heat index over 100. Rain chances low. Sandwiched in between Saturday and Sunday, Brad Paisley concert. Tomorrow night, 89 degrees at about 7 o'clock under partly cloudy skies. Again, the rain chances will remain low right through Monday. Tuesday, they start to inch up. The first alert now in effect as we go into Wednesday and Thursday as well, and that's where we start to turn our attention to the tropics. As we're looking at it right now, this is a tropical storm, but starting to get some banding here. There are hurricane hunters en route. We will get a good fix on where this is, but as far as what we've got going on right now with it, it's 45 miles per hour. If it strengthens somewhat, we'll have an update for you later on this morning, but at the moment, it is forecast to cross into Cuba, western Cuba, later on this afternoon and this evening with 60-mile-per-hour winds. Then, as it heads over the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico, perfect environment for rapid intensification, meaning very warm water, low shear environment, and this is now forecast to be a Category 3 major hurricane making a landfall in Louisiana on Sunday, which happens to also be the anniversary of Katrina. Same area, and then as we go into early to middle part of next week, it may bend back towards us again. Once it gets beyond about Sunday, there are a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. We'll have to see. I will keep you posted on this, but I can tell you there's no ifs, ands, and buts about the heat and humidity. They're going to be with us right through the weekend and into early next week. Then again, everything's subject to change here, but right now I'd say if we're going to get anything out of this, it's probably going to be the middle part of next week. We will look at your double weekend forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. Now, first alert traffic time.
All right, thanks, Al. Seeing all those 90s may not be so good, but looking at this live current conditions map is because basically we're all in the green, meaning traffic is moving smoothly. No major problems out there. Let's go to our DOT camera to I-45, the inner loop, to I-77 north. And you can see here, we've got a lot of traffic out there, but again, it's moving smoothly. About the only issues you'll have this morning are your typical volume delays, so keep that in mind. Looking ahead on WBTV News this morning at 6:35, a vaccine clinic in Cleveland County today. More than 100 people have signed up. Y leaders say people are lining up. It's more than just about the shot. And then at 6:45, a new scholarship opportunity at Davidson College with a special focus in mind, how Steph Curry is helping his alma mater. But next, more than $1 billion in student loans being forgiven. Who's getting their balance wiped clean? We'll be right back at 6:21.
Imagine a salad made with fresh-cut vegetables and warm hand-breaded chicken. Does that even exist? Not yet, because we don't make it until you order it. Try the new Southwest Salad, only at Zaxby's. Redeem rewards, scan to pay, order ahead on the Zaxby's app.
In an era of repetition, Rug & Home is a pioneer in unique, one-of-a-kind design. Trend-setting luxury on sale for Labor Day. In stock and ready for immediate delivery. Functional flamboyance and custom creativity are our hallmark. Massive Labor Day sale. Rug & Home.
It's Nick at Paramount Hyundai in Valdez, Burke County's official Hyundai dealer. Check out the all-new 2022 Hyundai Tucson.
We have a huge selection of SUVs right here at Paramount Hyundai.
I-40, exit 113.
Valdez!
You got her?
I got her.
I'm getting us McDonald's.
Right now, mix and match 2 select breakfast favorites for just $2. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC.
Get over a $2,700 purchase allowance on 2021 Sierra light-duty crew cab models when you finance through GM Financial. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance.
Professional grade truck from the Carolina Panthers.
This tiny island is full of wide open spaces, where secluded pink sand beaches meet brilliant turquoise waters. Out here, once in a lifetime happens every single day. A place
At Subaru South Boulevard in Subaru Concord, we want you to enjoy every mile of this ride called life. Right now, get the new 2022 Subaru Outback for just $265 a month. Love, it's what makes Subaru South Boulevard in Subaru Concord your Subaru dealer.
If you've been hurt on the job, call DeMayo Law Offices. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
The Design Center at Carpet and Flooring Liquidators. Heavy plush carpet, completely installed for as low as $249 per square foot. Waterproof luxury vinyl flooring, starting at just $199 a square foot. Come see us at the Design Center at Carpet and Flooring Liquidators.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Get our best deals now at Toyota of North Charlotte.
You know that fresh made-to-order salad you've been craving? What if you could get it with fire-roasted corn, crispy tortilla strips, and Southwest ranch dressing? That's what we call the Southwest salad. It's brand new, and it's only at Zaxby's. Order on your favorite delivery app.
Download WBTV on your Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, or mobile devices. WBTV, on your site, on demand.
Streaming on WBTV is sponsored by Toyota of North Charlotte, I-77 exit 23.
It is now 6:25. This is new this morning. The Department of Education canceling student debt for 115,000 people who attended ITT Technical Institute.
That actually comes out to $1.1 billion. The for-profit school closed in 2016 and is accused of luring students into taking out unaffordable private loans. One location was in Charlotte. The affected borrowers attended ITT Tech between 2008 and 2016 and did not get their degrees.
New this morning, the FDA blocking the sale of 55,000 flavored e-cigarette products. They're ordering those products taken off the market, saying they pose a public health threat to young people. The FDA is reviewing applications from more than 500 companies covering more than 6 million tobacco products.
Time now just about 6:26, and next on WBTV, a Charlotte gas station accused of price gouging. Officials say prices shot up more than 250% during the Colonial Pipeline shutdown. We'll tell you what the state attorney general is now doing to get the money back. And our Sharon Hayes also live with how one local organization helping veterans.
Well, seeing those difficult scenes out of Afghanistan, the Independence Fund is looking to offer some support to veterans who need it at this time. And so coming up, we're telling you about a weekend-long event right here in Charlotte that's bringing together resources and veterans from all across the nation.
And temperatures are in the 70s this morning, but we're headed for 93 this afternoon under mostly sunny skies. And it's not just that heat, it is the humidity as well. It will be brutal out there this afternoon with the heat index pushing 100. I'll have your weekend forecast when we come back.